The headlines: Bandits plant explosive in Maru, Zamfara, sparking fear among residents. Rivers police smash child trafficking syndicate, arrest 2 female suspects and rescue 4 children. Lagos residents turn to paper bag recycling for economic relief. And on the international scene, Biden pardons son Hunter in his final weeks of U.S. presidency. Good afternoon. Welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us. Residents of Dansado Emirates in Maru local government area in Zamfara state are reportedly living in fear following reports that armed bandits operating in the region are now deploying explosives as part of their tactics. A resident of the area, Bello Dansado, revealed that the use of explosives by the criminal groups marks a dangerous escalation in their activities in the area. According to him, the terrorist group had planned to attack Ergaladima village in the early hours of Sunday, adding that to prevent troops and local vigilantes stationed at Dansado town from assisting the village, the terrorists planted an explosive device along the Dansado-Ergaladima highway. Dansado added that the explosive detonated when a commercial vehicle hit them, killing the driver and destroying the vehicle completely. Joining us via phone call is Daily Trust Regional Editor Yushau Adamu to give an update on the situation. Good afternoon, Yushau.
Good afternoon. How is it?
Now, this is not the first time we're hearing attacks from Zamfara, but give us an update on what really transpired.
Like you have said, this is not the first time, but if you look at the nature of this attack, we can say it's something that is not as rampant as a normal attack, because in this case, the bandits try to plant an explosive along the Dansado-Maru highway. Even though this is not the first time, we have had one like a year ago where they planted an explosive along Mayanchi Mayanchi Road, trying to attack some passers-by. But since then, we have not had any similar attack until this one. From the findings we have made, some arrests were made by the police, and I have been trying to reach to the CP or his public relation officer, but that could not be achieved because all their lines are not going. I don't know why. Maybe later they are going to issue a press statement. But for now, we can see the explosive they have planted has not exploded. So there was no casualty as far as that is concerned, apart from the maybe driver that they were killed and some few people they injured. We can see the casualty has been minimized.
All right, talking about casualty now. So far, you mentioned that the explosives, some of them have not detonated yet, and we're hoping it does not, to harm innocent people. But there is a report that the people of this Maru local government are scared. So what is their reaction like? What are the safety measures they're taking in order not to fall victim to this?
Well, the first measure they have taken from our observation is that they have alerted the local vigilantes who are at the forefront of protecting their communities. The vigilantes were recruited from local communities. So all of them were alerted, and they have equipped themselves with the little weapon they have and be on alert so that the bandits will not take them by surprise and attack maybe other villages. So this is the first thing. And secondly, since the police have made some arrests, I'm sure they will not relent their effort in deploying more people, especially the personnel that are operating under Operation Hardin Daji, they must be alerted and deployed to those areas so that no further attack will be allowed to happen.
All right. Hopefully we get to reach you for more updates. Thank you so much, Yusha Wadam, for the update.
Thank you.
All right, moving on from that story, an early morning fire has raised the one or only market in the Trademore estate in the Lugbe axis of Abuja. The fire is said to have started at about 3:30 a.m. when the Abuja Electric Distribution Company, the AEDC, restored electricity. However, the exact cause is yet to be ascertained. 2 hours after the fire started, men of the Federal Fire Service from EFCC and Sauka Station were finally able to extinguish it. The Rivers State Police Command has cracked down on a child trafficking ring, rescued 4 children, and arrested a woman, Esther Anthony, of Rumukwachi Community, Port Harcourt, who allegedly stole the victims from their home in Bayelsa State. The spokesperson of the command, DSP Grace Iringe Okoko, who disclosed this in a statement on Monday, said another suspect, Purity Silas, was also arrested in connection with the case. Anthony was further identified by another family as the same person who had stolen 3 of their children in the Rumwadara area of Port Harcourt and sold them to a nurse, Loveth, who runs a maternity home. According to the PPRO, the children aged 1 to 13 years were lodged at Alize Guest House in Rumokwachi, Port Harcourt, and were intended to be handed over to the nurse, Loveth. Now, she said the guest house managing director grew suspicious of Esther Anthony's activities and refused to let her check out with the children, demanding that the mother be present. The PPRO, who noted that all suspects have confessed to the crime, added that the case has been transferred to the state CID Port Harcourt, with the suspect currently in police custody.
No, 4 children. No. 4 children from. Sorry, where are you from? Abel. You're from Niger? Where is your mother? You don't know where your mom is. But the woman that carried you. Please let me interview them, please. What is your name? What is your name?
In a world grappling with environmental challenges, recycling has become more than just an eco-friendly practice. It is a lifeline for many Nigerians. Paper bags, once discarded as waste, are now transforming lives as a source of income, supporting families and driving small-scale industries. The report.
In today's economy, waste is no longer just trash. Items like paper bags, often overlooked, have gained a new lease of life through recycling. Known for their durability and eco-friendliness, paper bags have become a popular alternative to plastic. Initially invented by American schoolteacher Francis Wool in 1852 for packaging small items, paper bags have since evolved. They are now used for everything from food packaging to event souvenirs, combining style with sustainability. In Lagos, residents are embracing this growing trend.
A paper bag is difficult to get around. Unless you get to supermarkets, you can't get paper bag. And if you are buying something in the market, you can't see paper bag to buy. So it's not available. Though it's more presentable, but not available. And I can also tell you that nylon may last longer.
I think it's more preferable to nylon bags. For one reason, it is more presentable, they look fine, and then what can I say again? They are nice.
Paper bag is more presentable and it can be reused. It is reusable, especially for women. Either you are going to the market or you just want to quickly get something close to your house or wherever you are going. So I think paper bag is like, I'm not going to say it, like the upgraded version of the nylon bag. We generate a lot of waste as regards papers from our schools and from corporate body. So it's okay to recycle, and in recycling it Of course, what we can use as carrier bags. It's okay. And other ways of which can also use papers too. So it's fine because this festive season, in fact, more people should be encouraged to use paper bags.
Beyond their artistic appeal, specialized paper bags are designed with nylon linings to protect goods from moisture. These bags, often made from chemicals like soda, are significant components of Nigerians' recycling efforts. Recycling paper bags not only reduces waste products, but also cuts greenhouse gas emissions, saving energy and conserving resources. According to studies, recycling 1 ton of paper saves 17 trees and 3.3 cubic yards of landfill space. In Nigeria, this has also created job opportunities for scavengers, transporters, and artisans. Speaking to Trust TV, Alhaji Mohammed Kudu, chairman of the Agege Paper Bag Recycling Association, highlights the financial benefits of recycling.
Bag, I just bought it from Mokapun, Amingo, Santura, I buy all this come back. This bag I bought it, I buy all this come back for scrap. I want to for scrap, I can't come to my shop. After I can't come to my shop, I will type back as I type from company. From here, I carry to go bigger. From bigger, I will load this thing to go Sokoto, Kano, Chad, Meduguri. After you reach that size, you go to cut it, to sew it, to how you go white. Now only Sunday and Saturday to go work. If you go from Monday to Friday, if you go to work, every day they make 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
Anything we did inside this country, if you can buy with it, it will be more appreciable than anything we are doing. We don't need to import anything.
Despite challenges, paper bag recycling offers a sustainable solution that balances economic growth with environmental preservation. For many Nigerians, it's more than recycling, it's a means of survival. The hustle and bustle of Agege's recycling hub underscores the impact of turning trash into cash, 1 paper bag at a time.
The Directorate of the Road Traffic Services has advised drivers to exercise caution due to the hazardous driving conditions caused by the foggy and hazy weather typical of the Harmattan season. The Federal Capital Territory Squadron leader at the Vehicle Inspection Office, Yusuf Suberu, gave the advice during an interview on Monday in Abuja. Suberu noted that the dry season is characterized by foggy and hazy weather, reducing visibility and increasing the risks of road accidents. He emphasized that this season requires heightened road safety awareness, urging road users to remain disciplined and vigilant to prevent accidents. He appealed to motorists to avoid excessive speeding, particularly driven by the desire to make multiple trips for financial gain. Jigawa State Governor Umar Namadi has launched a multi-billion naira project aimed at curbing gully erosion that has ravaged 3 communities in Dutse, the state capital, for decades. The initiative marks a turning point for residents of Dammasara, Kalugo and Yelwawa who have suffered extensive loss of homes and farmlands due to the severe erosion and flooding over the years. The report.
In a bid to address these long-standing environmental challenges, the Jigawa State Government, in partnership with the World Bank-funded Aquistal project, has commenced a 7-kilometer construction project. The effort seeks to connect the 3 affected communities and prevent further environmental degradation. Governor Namadi explained that the erosion control project was developed by the state government in collaboration with the World Bank's Aquistal initiative and other federal environmental programs. These interventions aim to enhance agroclimatic resilience and promote environmental sustainability across the state.
In fulfillment of our commitment, dealing with this age-long environmental problem becomes a priority. To contain and mitigate any further devastating effect of gully erosion in Dammasara and Kalgo and Yelwawa communities, we are today flagging off a mega construction project to reclaim the gully-affected areas and control flood along farmlands and residential areas within the neighboring communities. As designed, the project will involve the construction of about 7 kilometers of U-shaped gravity-driven drainage structures, dozens of culverts of various dimensions with the connecting roads over them, and additional reinforced concrete structures sideways to ensure lasting resilience.
State officials emphasize that the current administration prioritizes environmental sustainability, particularly in combating the destructive effect of gulu erosion, in desertification and land degradation. These issues have far-reaching consequences for residents' livelihood, including the loss of arable land and diminishing forest reserves. The project, which aligns with the government's broader agenda of implementing policies and interventions to protect the environment, projected to reclaim over 400 hectares of farmland, ensuring increased opportunities for agricultural activities.
I'm standing in place of the National Project Coordinator to appreciate you for your support to the project in this place, because if we are not having your support, the people will not benefit as much as they should. And I also want to appreciate all the interventions environment, the Kagawa, Damansara project, because if you are not patient, we will not be achieving what we are doing today.
As priority and other local government of the state, at least for bringing more and more capital projects. And alhamdulillah, issues like the construction of Parisau housing estates, the 59-point-something million, among other projects inclusive.
Wannan zai kasa musamman a Kargo da Masara.
Erosion, especially in the towns of Kargo and Masara, is the main reason these towns are not growing. Kargo, which was one of the first layouts established since the creation of this state, has experienced significant setbacks due to erosion. By addressing and eliminating this issue, you will leave a lasting impact on the people of Jigawa State. As part of the initiative, the Jigawa State government is compensating 479 individuals who will be affected by the project. Additionally, vulnerable members of the communities, including those not directly impacted by the construction, are receiving empowerment support to improve their living standards. This ambitious project signals a decisive step towards addressing decades of environmental challenges while improving the livelihoods of the affected communities.
Troops of the Nigerian Army have recovered 1.2 million liters of stolen crude, destroying 56 illegal refineries and arrested 17 suspected oil thieves in the Niger Delta. The acting deputy director of 6th Division Army Public Relations, Jonathan Juma, disclosed this in a statement issued in Port Harcourt on Sunday. He said troops also destroyed 88 cooking drums and 20 boats used for the illicit activity in rivers, Bayelsa, Delta, and Akwa Ibom State. Danjuma disclosed that the operations, which were conducted from November 25th to December 1st of 2024, resulted in the deactivation of 56 illegal oil bunkering sanctuaries. Troops also arrested about 17 suspects, intercepted 7 vehicles, discovered 6 illegal pipeline connections, and dismantled several facilities used for economic sabotage. This is News Update on Trust TV. Coming up, Zabarmari rice farmers blame high diesel costs and urge government for milling factory support. This and more after the break. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. If you're just joining us, this is Trust News Update. Let's take a look at our top stories again. Roboto bandits plant explosives in Maru, Zamfara, sparking fear among residents. And Rivers police smash child trafficking syndicate, arrest 2 female suspects and rescue 4 children. Moving on to more stories. Zabarmari, a small but vibrant community in Jere local government area of Borno State, plays a pivotal role in Nigeria's rice production, supplying markets across the state and beyond. Despite their resilience and contribution to the nation's food basket, the high cost of diesel is hampering production, and residents are calling for a government-backed milling factory to unlock their full potential. Trust TV's Beatrice Kuruti tells us more.
Zabarmari may be small, but its impact on rice production is anything but. Each year, hundreds of hectares are cultivated, making the community a vital trading hub for rice and other food commodities. The journey from paddy to polished rice is labor-intensive, involving parboiling, drying, and milling over 3 days. Despite having close to 100 milling machines that process around 50 bags daily, the soaring cost of diesel threatens their operations. A factory residents believe could revolutionize productivity and create jobs.
In kuma ba mu samu ba, saboda abu ne babba, sai gwamnati ta ba mu tallafi ko ƙungiyoyi.
Our milling machine processes about 50 bags daily, but we could achieve much more if we had a milling factory or financial support. Currently, a liter of diesel costs 1,700 naira, and we consume 115 liters daily to meet demand. This requires a lot of money, which is why we are pleading with the government to empower us.
Muna so a buɗa mana kasuwanmu na farko a buɗa shi ya ƙaru sannan wurin masana'antunmu ma shi ma a buɗa shi.
Our market is small and we need expansion to have enough space for business activities. The recent flood affected some of our milling machines, which has been a major setback for us.
Tunda kaga yanzu abin da zaka samu dadin yanzu in ka je kana yi din ba za ka samu wani abu sosai ba tunda abin yayi yawa.
We would greatly appreciate it if the government reduced the cost of diesel, fuel, and gas. It would make life easier for us and help lower the price of rice. The government has done a lot for this community, but if they could also tar the small 3-kilometer road that connects us, it would make a big difference. Despite the devastating floods in September that destroyed vast rice fields, the Zabarmari community remains steadfast in its fight against food insecurity. With the right support, they believe their agricultural legacy can thrive, bringing prosperity to their people and beyond. Bitrus Kuruti, Trust TV News, Maiduguri.
The Security and Exchange Commission, SEC, has warned the public not to transact any business with Marino FX Limited, saying the company is not registered by the Commission to operate in any capacity in the capital market in Nigeria. In a notice issued on Sunday, the Commission notified the public that Marino FX Limited, which is parading itself as a SEC-licensed cryptocurrency exchange, is not registered or licensed by the SEC to operate in any capacity in the Nigerian capital market, including cryptocurrency exchanges. SEC added that any claim to the public by the company of its registration or license by the SEC is false and misleading. The Commission further stated that transacting in the Nigerian capital market with unregistered and unregulated entities exposes investors to financial risks, including fraud and the potential loss of investment, and expressed its committed to protecting investors in the Nigerian capital market while working to curb scams and other fraudulent activities. Last week, a public hearing was held on the proposed Investment and Securities Bill, the ISB 2024, which proposes a penalty of 20 million naira or 10 years imprisonment or both for Ponzi scheme operators. The Director General of SEC, Dr. Momotimi Agama, while speaking at the event, said the bill also prescribed stringent jail terms and other stiff sanctions for the promoters of Ponzi schemes. On the international scene, U.S. President Joe Biden on Sunday issued an official pardon for his son Hunter. He was facing sentencing for 2 criminal cases despite assurances that he will not intervene in his legal troubles. No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's cases can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out only because he is my son, and that is wrong, the president said in a statement. The younger Biden was convicted earlier this year for lying about his drug use when he bought a gun and has also pleaded guilty in a separate tax evasion trial. but had not faced sentencing. Joe Biden, who is in the final weeks of his presidency before Trump takes office on January 20th, had repeatedly said he wouldn't pardon his son. The pardon comes as criminal cases against President-elect Trump have stalled after a sweeping ruling on presidential immunity by the Supreme Court, all but ensuring Biden's Republican rival will likely never see a jail cell even after his landmark conviction for falsifying business records in May. And in sports, a former world snooker champion Terry Griffiths has died at the age of 77 after a long battle with dementia, his family has confirmed. The British player came through qualifying to beat Dennis Taylor in the 1979 Crucible final and also won the Masters at the UK Championship to complete the sport's illustrious Triple Crown. Griffith's son, Wayne, wrote on Facebook, "To our friends and snooker followers in general, we are deeply saddened to share the news of our loss. Terry Griffiths passed away peacefully on 1st December after a lengthy battle with dementia. He was surrounded by his family in his beloved hometown in South Wales." The World Snooker Tour described Griffiths as an all-time snooker great. The Welshman was a fixture at the top of the sport during the 1980s and the early 1990s, reaching at least the quarterfinals of the World Championship for 9 straight years, including the final again in 1988. And with that, we wrap up News Update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.